Hello out there, and welcome to the brand new Decree and Declare mini-series brought to you by Dark Law and Decree of Dominion podcast. The new Decree and Declare mini-series will be brought to you at 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday so that you can gain the mental tools necessary in rapid succession to help you become the best version of yourself and to decree the dominion of your own mind. We're going to be quick with it. We're going to allow you to relax after a long day at work and really have the tools necessary to get you through the rest of your week. And so remember to like us and follow us on Spotify as well as our Facebook and Instagram. And I hope you continue to become the best version of yourself. And remember, as always, decree the dominion of your own mind. It's been Dark Law. Enjoy the episode. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Decree of Dominion podcast with your host, Dark Law. And welcome to Decree and Declare's mini-series, episode 4. And episode 4, again, I want to appreciate all the viewers and listeners out there that have been enjoying this mini-series so far. Last episode, we talked about the Cash App crew and how they escaped the wrath of the Cash App crew. This episode, we're gonna we're just gonna hit a question. Again, Decree and Declare series, mini series on various topics that are gonna release every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be debunking a topic in 20 minutes or less. And so, episode 4, welcome. This episode is one question. Do you value God's time? Again, the question and the title of today's episode 4 of Decree and Declare is, do you value God's time? And this is a rail-wounded Russian roulette revolver question because it could go various different ways, but the way I want to break it down for this episode is, first I'll say, the reason why I say that, I posed this question about 2 to 3 weeks ago in the Winner's Circle, and a lot of thoughts came to me when I first got, this question first came to my mind, and the reason, I'll be honest and transparent, everything with Dark Law is transparent. As you know, I'm a single father of twin boys. They'll be 7 this November. And I just recently met a woman that it was kind of progressing in the right path, but then ended up falling through. And this is actually the question I posed to myself. Do you value God's time? And the caveat and the root of that is, the substance of that is, time after time we ask God for things and he gives us a glimpse of what we're asking for, and then we don't know what to do with it, or we run away, or we throw it to the wayside. And the reason why I say that is, specifically in this case is, asking God for a good woman or a specific type of woman to eventually be, my wife or of a significant other. And the question again is, do you value God's time? And the reason I say that is because a lot of times we as people, we have some things that we want and we'll ask God for, but have to understand that he is a provider and he's going to give us what we, and again, he's a provider and going to give us what we need. And so the women, significant other, or whatever you're praying for that you think you want might not be what you actually need. And that is the first substance of that question. The second substance of the question is you have to honestly look in the mirror and ask yourself, do you really want what you say you want? Again, do you really want what you say you want? Uh, Again, time after time again, we'll ask God, for example, we'll ask God for a better paying job, but it's a farther drive down the road. And so um, we'll get proposed the position of making X amount more money or X amount of salary. But, you know, it's actually a 45-minute drive instead of down the road. And we kind of get, hung up, yeah, it's more money, but, that's a lot of traffic. But you asked for that. And God bless, he's trying to bless you with that. What you asked for, he's literally giving you what you want. And you're second guessing what you want. And that goes back to the question, do you really value God's time? Because again, he's taking time he could be used to help somebody else to help you get what you want in this sense. And don't even want what you said you wanted. Time after time, we pray for a significant other and we pray for a specific attribute or a specific want. And we don't get that specific want, but we get something similar that God's saying, hey, this is what you need. And we wreck it. We, wreak havoc. We just throw it by the wayside. And again, it goes back to the question, do you value God's time? Another example is, house or car or apartment or whatever. We saw little Tony down the street driving that 2024 and we still driving a 2005. And we asked God, I just want to upgrade. And we want the 2024. And he's like, yeah, you can get this 2012, this 2014. And you're like, but that brand new 2024 is really nice. And, we said, nah, I'm just going to keep the 05 because I'm waiting for the 24. Again, you got blessed with the 2012, 2014 and you didn't want it. Are you valuing? Why are you praying for a new car if that's the car that you're supposed to get? But you're like, no, I want what little Johnny has. A lot of times in life, we want what we pursue what we can't have. We pursue the materialism of others. And we have to look at ourselves and we have to understand that the people that have these materialistic things, we don't know what they had to go through to get that and what they're still going through to achieve that materialistic item, whether it be the big house, the big nice car, the beautiful woman or significant other, the jewelry, the accolades, the social media following, whatever you're observing of someone else's stature or accolades of what they have, you have to realize that there's a certain level of work, there's a certain level of pain that person had to go through to achieve that. And a lot of times we just don't understand, what we're asking for. And I encourage everybody listening and viewing to look in the mirror, next time before you pray and ask God for something, or next time you wish you had something, look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Do you really want this? Again, Eric Thomas is one of my favorite speakers. He says, everybody want to be a beast, but nobody want to do what beasts do. And, lions, we enjoy the lions enjoy the process before you get to the prize. That goes hand in hand with, asking for things that you may or may not want. Be intentional with what you actually want. You seek what you speak. You seek what you speak. And so if you keep speaking that you want this and that, you're going to seek it. And you have to be sure that's actually what you want. And we always hear the saying, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Well, when you get it, make sure you actually want what you get. It's just like going to a restaurant. I really want a nice New York strip steak or a ribeye. You go to the steakhouse and get it, and you're like, I don't have the taste for this anymore. You just wasted, the cooks, that you're like, hey, I want to send this back. I want something else. Now you done wasted the cook time. You waited the waiter's time taking your order. And that's just on a surface level of, a simple thing is eating a steak dinner. But there's a lot of times we wait and pray for things that we don't know if we really want. And it might take a while to get that blessing. And then we finally get the blessing and we're like, I don't want this. I want to speak to the men real quick. You keep praying for that significant other, that Wonder Woman. When God bless you with that beautiful wife, are you doing what needs to be done to lead the household and maintain that? Or are you out here tricking or cheating or doing adultery or not, showing compassion, love, security, the things that we're supposed to do within the relationship? Same thing with women. Are you asking for the man with the nice car and the big house? But what are you willing to do to maintain that? Again, you cannot accept the role of anything in life and reject the responsibility. Again, you cannot accept the role and reject the responsibility of anything in life. And that goes right back to my question. Do you value God's time? Do you value God's time? Again, I'll put the poll up. It'll go for the rest of the month of August, as this is the second Tuesday in August. Episode 4 of the Decree and Declare series. Again, do you value God's time? This has been a wonderful episode. Please follow our Spotify, like, and subscribe. This is Dark Law. And until next time on Decree and Declare, we out. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Create Dominion podcast with your host, Dark Law. Be sure to follow and like on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, and go ahead and follow our Facebook and Instagram pages as well. We hope that you took something and resonated with it, that you can apply it to your daily life to become the best version of yourself and decree the dominion of your mind. Remember, decree and declare and take back your rightful throne and your rightful place into the best version of yourself. Thank you.